welcome to Webway Radio episode 21. I'm Kurt.
I'm Mark.
And today we are going to talk about things we liked and didn't like about the 10th edition of Warhammer 40,000.
Kind of a send-off.
Yes, and maybe some things we're looking forward to in 11th edition.
Yes.
And I will say this episode is going to run a little long.
It's all good.
But we are going to take the rest of the month off, or maybe skip an episode. We haven't exactly figured out. Our record night falls on Christmas Eve and New Year's Day.
So we'll see you in January.
Yeah, so we'll record something in January. I don't have an exact date. I'll probably post on Facebook. We'll see. I don't know. I forgot to post the last episode on Facebook.
How dare you?
I know. For the 3 likes that we did.
Oh, boy.
So we do jump into hobby progress. We got excited, and I forgot my games played. So
I noticed, but I didn't comment.
yeah, well, thanks, Mark.
You're welcome.
Edit that out. But Geoff and I played a game. It was great. Came down to the very last. So at the top of 5, it was a 1-point game.
Ooh.
I had the bottom of the turn, and it was just one of those, like, I ran around and just grabbed all the objectives, like, they're mine! And like, midway through his turn, I was like, hold on, buddy. I don't think any of this matters because I'm going to pull 15, and then second, and so it was like 82-64 or something. But it was a 1-point game at the top of 5. And I was like, yes, how it's supposed to be played. We had a blast. So anyways, let's just jump into hobby progress. We're going to skip games played, and then we'll talk about the main topic.
Sounds good.
All right, let's jump into hobby progress.
Oh, boy.
Mark, what have you been working on?
Moving. I'm done.
That's good.
I have done some stuff, technically. All the units that I could, I have glued for Warpath. So
cool.
I've got those ready.
It's on my list. I've got your list to print. I just have not touched it since we got back from Orlando.
We got back busy.
We hosted Friendsgiving. We had Thanksgiving. We had a Thanksgiving on Friday. Saturday and Sunday was convert the house to Christmas stuff.
Yeah, I can see you've done quite a bit.
Then school started, and I'm tired.
Same. Yeah, with me moving, I would not have had time to mess with it anyways.
Yeah.
They've been sitting on a tiny little corner on my now covered desk.
I did get my command dice in.
Ooh.
Like 3 weeks after they were supposed to show up. So.
Gotcha. Oh, do we have the scatter dice now then? The official ones? Or did you? Oh, you got the same ones I did off of Amazon.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well, the little divot in the road that was Heroscape is becoming a widening and bottomless abyss.
Quite the pothole, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it helps your new roommate plays.
Yes. And really loves it. And we've been doing a lot of there's some kind of room for creative scenarios anyways, and they kind of encourage it a little bit.
Sure.
There's kind of like a little objectives or whatever. They're glyphs. You can stand on them. And a lot of them are just like, your entire army has 1 extra dice for attack or defense or better on initiative or whatever. But then there's some that just say artifact. And they're scenario dependent. So it's kind of, we'll do what we want with these. I think you probably saw the picture of the snow forest thing.
Yeah, I saw the big board you guys had.
We ruled basically that there was a glyph in the middle of the forest. And at the end of a round, you got to roll. And depending on how the roll went, you could actually shift some of the trees. We were ruling that it was like a living forest.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm trying to invade the forest uphill, and he's just walling stuff off and shifting it all around. And so it's trying to get, sniper lines to his characters back there. And then now the tree has walked in the way. It was really fun. One thing we've been doing, so unlike Games Workshop that changes every 3 months or so.
Yeah, that's about right.
Heroscape technically never had a points change ever. Needed one very desperately for some of the stuff. When they re-released it this time, they gave a small patch. But apparently in the air quotes competitive setting, and there's actually a lot of tournaments for the game, so I guess just the tournament setting, they have what's called delta points, which is basically kind of like what GW does of balance passes, but it's fan run.
Oh, wow.
So stuff gets tweaked.
Yeah.
And there's an army builder online, and you just toggle one slider and it shifts everything to delta points. Huh. So we've been playing with delta points, and it's actually really good. That on top of, I have also been exploring this game has had a community it's like the Mordheim community. It refuses to die.
Yeah.
They have an entire like roster, maybe half the size of the official roster of fan built, play tested, and like accepted customs that are made to like the quality of the original.
That's really cool.
Those are also toggleable in Delta. So there's like all these different things you can just toggle. So we've been kind of messing with that and honestly just really enjoying the proxying process, because he and I both have just boatloads of just random minis from stuff. Because a lot of D&D and all that stuff. It's like,
yes, I think that's standard now for just about anybody. I've got bins of minis.
And it's so fun to be like, well, okay, this character's like, I don't know, like a lawman or something. What can we do? Like some dude with a pistol that looks cool and would fit thematically. So, I've been like sitting going through that. That's been a lot of fun, actually.
That's neat.
I have discovered, I guess, in a little bit more relation to you, I have discovered a 3D modeler that I already really liked his stuff. I have joined his Discord and like am throwing him some bones.
You know the name?
Yes, Velrock.
That doesn't ring a bell, but that doesn't mean I haven't seen their stuff.
You probably have seen some of their stuff. They do stuff for Legion, for Warhammer, for D&D.
Cool, whatever looks cool.
Pretty much whatever he wants, yeah. Okay. A lot of fantasy stuff. I don't know, did you ever watch Arcane on Amazon?
No,
You know of it at least.
Yeah, I know of it.
He has a bunch of stuff like the soldiers from that, and they're really cool looking like dudes in like armor with guns and stuff.
Okay.
So we're gonna, I think part of the thing is, I can just proxy these as those guys and like, between that and like Doomslayer and Halo stuff, and we're and G.I. Joe officially coming to the game in the spring. It's like we will have
we
will have a fun mishmash.
That might be where you get me.
And it's like, man, I really want to just put like a dreadnought in here because he'd fit on one of the bases. Just have some Marines. So it's kind of everyone's getting summoned from all these dimensions in the lore. So it's like anything can be here and it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So for whatever that is, that has been my hobby progress.
All right.
It's just messed around.
Yeah. I don't know if last time we talked about me switching from Drakari to Genestealer Cult.
You may have very briefly mentioned it, but go on.
So I kind of, I don't know. I don't want to have to redo all the Drakari stuff and to kind of get it playable.
Yeah.
So I kind of pivoted back to the Genestealer Cult.
Just to kind of finish them up.
I wanted to complete another complete army.
Yeah.
And I was so close to them and just kind of like, I don't want to play with you anymore, and threw them to the side when Drakari came out. And I've kind of gone back to them just because, I don't know. I kind of like the play style a bit better now that I've gotten used to playing Genestealer Cult. That's I remember playing the couple of games I did with Drakari and just being like, man, I wish I could bring that unit back, or I wish I could blah blah blah, or I wish I could do the thing that they do.
Yeah.
And so I went back.
And then suddenly they do the thing that they do.
Exactly. But over the course of the week, I primed up a ton of stuff that I just needed to get painted, or characters I wanted to paint or whatever.
Yeah.
Assembled 2 of the Biologist characters. They give me lethal hits in melee.
Oh, you said Biologist, and I was thinking...
Or no, not is that what he's called? Biophagus. Biophagous.
Okay.
I wrote it down wrong. Got excited. I was thinking Space Marine.
I was like, wait, what?
And then I've painted up 3 of my Ridgerunners.
They look very good.
They're going to look even better when I get the decals on them.
They will be.
And then I hit them with that dirty, streaking grime and actually make them look like the rest of the army. That's the plan.
Nice.
We'll see.
They look great already, though. Is that blue and white?
Yeah, it's the supposed to be the same color as the Night Haunt contrast from the War. Oh, what's that paint line I have?
War paints?
Is it the War paint from
Army Painter?
Army Painter? Yeah, I think
so.
It's the War paint. So it's a weird green. It's the closest match I could find, but I think it's fine from a distance. Like it's off a hair, but nobody's gonna hopefully notice. Now that I've said it, everybody will call me out on it.
A car is not often the exact same color as the piece of clothing you're wearing. So.
Right. And I've not gone as far as to like fix some of like the overspray and stuff, because at the end of the day, it's like, oh, these humans are just repainting this stuff for their needs, and they're not worried about it being perfect and pristine and all the things. It's just a bunch of dudes trying to make it match their armor.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the look I'm going for.
I mean, especially when you've got like the mud and the chipping or whatever, and then the wash, and it's like this is a used piece of equipment.
Mm-hmm. And that's the other thing I'm kind of debating is like, how do I rust these things up? Do I weather them real bad? Do I just hit them with a streak of grime and see where we're at?
Chipping's always good.
We'll see. I don't know how deep I want to go on these.
Oh, I mean, just like with a take a piece of styrofoam or like the foam and then.
I've got the Vallejo, like you spray one color, you spray the chipping stuff. And
I don't bother that much. I just mean like hit it with like metallic on the front edge or something.
And every time I paint a vehicle, I'm like, dang it, I forgot I have that. I should have done that. It's like, you paint it like rust first.
Yeah.
Spray the stuff on it and then spray your color and then you chip the paint off.
Yeah.
And then it looks good.
Yeah.
And apologies, my dog saw something outside. He's kind of going bananas. So
he's took exception to that.
I don't know what it was. Just somebody's probably walking their dog and he has lost it.
Oh.
And the other old one's in my lap. So apologies if you hear him grunting or whining or something. He's in a mood tonight. I think that's it for hobby progress for me. Again, it was Thanksgiving week. We're out of town, went to Orlando, all the things. So I didn't get a lot done, but technically I painted more in like 2 days than I have in probably 3 months. So
high bar, I guess, low bar, bar.
I don't know, but
you paint it.
it reignited the hobby bug. But then I had a massive roadblock to my hobby progress. But we can probably talk about that later. So let's take a quick break, and we will come back with our main topic. Wishlisting 11th edition, maybe?
Saying goodbye to 10th.
Right, yeah. So
preemptively, it's an early
liked
goodbye.
And didn't like, and what we hope for the future. We'll be back. So, let's dive into our main topic.
Saying goodbye to 10th and looking forward to 11th, I guess.
Something like that. Yeah.
Wish listing.
See how this goes.
Yeah.
So, where do you want to start?
I have in front of me a list of things I liked from 10th and things I didn't like from 10th.
Ooh, let's go negative first and try to end on a positive note.
Okay.
Try.
Okay. Terrain.
So in my notes, it's terrain, number one, conversation over.
Yeah. I have terrain sucks majorly with an underline under majorly. It's janky. It's really weird. There's a lot of funky interactions with melee with it. I don't even really like the melee as it is anyways, but terrain makes it so much jankier.
Yes.
Fighting through ruins and stuff.
Yeah, the 1-inch rule is...
I know why it's there.
Yes.
But there's so much clunk and just... They've streamlined so many aspects of it, but terrain is such a bugbear. It is so just... I hate it, honestly.
It's not the best aspect of the game right now.
No. And it could be. The thing is, I feel like it has potential for just clean it up a little bit. Like,
I don't know how to do that, though, without breaking everything for the competitive people. You know, you either have to kind of cater to the casual crowd or the more competitive crowd. And I know what they're doing and why they're doing it.
Yeah, because I'm very much not that. But like, there's some stuff like line of sight. Like, if I can see 3 guys and the rest of your units hidden behind the wall, I should not be able to kill all of them because I see 3 guys. And that's been around for a while, I think, because my first game of 9th, my first game of Warhammer ever, I learned the very hard way because I had a unit of tactical Marines and one guy's toe was sticking out from the ruin, and they got butchered to a man because he saw his toe.
Yep.
And that's not fun. That's
There's gotta be a better way.
Yeah, like just make it, hey, if you can see one guy, guess how many you can kill? 1.
Amazing.
Like, just doing that with the rule set we have now even would be fine, I feel like. You know, if you can only see this many amount of dudes, that is how many you can kill.
We should house roll that next time we play. And
I'd
just
be curious to see how that would
she
do.
goes. You know, does it break the whole? Are there like 6 other like ripple effects where it's like, oh, it breaks this one, can't do that. This is a thing, and blah blah blah. And I'd be curious how that goes.
Yeah, there's so many things with terrain too, because I miss didn't Ninth have a bunch of rules for like windows and stuff, and no one ever
and
used
that's why everybody does the like boarded up first floor.
Yeah,
and just because it's not great. But see, we only ever use ruins.
Yeah.
When was the last time you played in a forest in 40K?
I don't know if I've ever played in a forest in 40K.
Or any of the other terrain pieces that I can't even rattle off because
trenches, hills, water, just anything that's not. Admittedly, ruins is a really good, like, anything where it's fighting in the ruins.
Especially for balance and,
I don't know. It's, terrain needs some help, and I'm sure it'll be different in some way, because I'm pretty sure that is one of the most consistent complaints from pretty much every party I've talked to or listened to. It's just terrain, not great. It's very board gamey in a game that's not trying to be that board gamey.
Yes.
And board games do it better.
Bring back the days of wadding up a hand towel and that's your lake.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It's I understand the need for consistent competitive environments, but like I think we can do a bit better, a lot better. Like,
I agree.
Yeah, fix line of sight, fix terrain.
Silence my phone. I got like 12 messages at once there. So apologies if you heard a bunch of iPhone dings. It was me, not you.
Did you have anything else for terrain, or was that pretty much?
I mean, that covers a lot of it. I don't
more interesting.
Know. Yeah, I mean,
it should have so many more interesting things to it, and it is so bland and uninteractive and uninteresting, and just there's so much more you could do.
Well, and there's other things like I never really got to try the Heresy 3.0 stuff with that 3-inch rule. I'm curious how something like that would work.
Yeah,
you can see them, but because they're 3 inches past it or whatever, like you can't. They get heavy cover, so I don't remember. I have to look at it. I haven't thought about that in 6 months.
Yeah,
but there's got to be a better way.
I mean, they've done better already. Like, honestly, I would kind of like to see. I don't know if it came up in our game of Warcry we played a long time ago, but if you're fighting someone within like an inch, or if there's like intervening wall, their toughness goes up. Because you're trying to swing around like a wall.
Well, I was thinking light or heavy cover, something like that, where it's like, oh, you get a +2 because most of the guys aren't visible, or so. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know,
something like that. I mean, like if you're assaulting a fortified building, it's harder to like stab the guys. It's and
Terrain could probably be a whole episode if we're not careful. Next topic.
But like. I find it really annoying when the siege weapons that are meant to bust down walls can't go through walls, but your dude can go through a solid wall with no doors and no windows. They move through it like it's nothing, but the Dreadnought can't. I mean, the scene everyone remembers from Space Marine 2 is him walking through a wall like it's nothing. Him throwing a Hellbrute through a wall, actually. I'm sorry. Like, even if it's a stratagem, break the bastion or whatever, like, be able to spend a CP to move your tank through the wall.
Yeah, if Knights could do it, why can't a Dreadnought?
Yeah, a Dreadnought would be easier to do it. He's more compact.
Maybe that could be another universal stratagem. Oh, don't give up ideas. Number two.
This one is weird because it seems like it's an inconsistent problem. I think the Xenos and Chaos don't have this as much, but Marines definitely do. I really want the special Snowflake Marines to lose access to like all the stuff that they shouldn't have access to.
100%. Not just like, well, your equivalent to Blade Guard is this. You can't take Blade Guard, but now you take these.
Yes.
No. You lose all the stuff except for maybe like the Rhino or
if
something.
you have a replacement or equivalent, you do not get the normal one.
Yes.
If you have your fancy Blade Guard equivalent, you don't get Blade Guard. If you have an Intercessor equivalent, you don't get Intercessors.
I'm looking at you, Blood Wolf and Grey Hunters.
It's just, there is no reason that, only a couple factions should have that much more. They double the amount of, and Space Marines already has too many sheets. They double the amount, and detachments too. If you're a special Snowflake Marine, you should get Gladius or whatever the generic one is, and then have your own. They have their own, and they have access to all the other. There's no reason that should be the case.
Well, let me ask you this, because detachments were on my list. You brought it up. Let's have a quick chat about this. Are you team generic detachment, or are you more of a chapter tactics kind of guy?
Chapter tactics being like sub-faction.
Like 9th edition. The rule for being Imperial Fist is X. And only Imperial Fists get that.
I'm torn.
Or you like a blue scars kind of guy?
As you can see by how I have been playing recently, it has been yellow Ultramarines. Yeah. Yellow Ultramarines, because Ultramarines have more interesting character rules that weirdly work better in the Imperial Fist or Anvil, not the Imperial Fist attachment. But I don't know. That was something I was gonna. I miss sub-faction rules.
Yep. I mean, they're kind of doing it now because Imperial Fist got theirs and Raven Guard got theirs, but there's nothing really stopping. Granted, it's kind of character based.
I don't like. I'm torn on how they should do it. I don't like that.
Sure.
Because here is a detachment. You only get the buff if you bring this specific character.
Sure.
Basically, Imperial Fists only get fancy rules if they bring their Terminator character, and it's only for Terminators. And that's not... I mean, I like Terminators. They're not good enough to... They took the worst detachment for Space Marines and made it like 5% better. It's
But I like the custom thing too, where like... And I don't know how much you played in 9th, but like you got... Here's these 20 random buffs, and you can pick 2. Or if you pick that one really good one, you can only have that one.
That was like
I don't remember.
Successor chapter. If you like, pick
yes,
your own.
And that was your way to like, well, I've got purple guys. What do I play? It's like we can have a little bit of this one, with that one, or like you can be the fist, but you don't get X.
So to me, detachments replace force organization, right? Like that's kind of what they're trying to do,
and I'm not a big fan of that.
I'm torn.
I like you need one character and you need at least 2 troops. I really like the way Warpath does it, to where for every 2 troops, you can have a specialist. For every,
I kind of like...
for every 2 specialists, which means you have to have 4 troops, you can take I don't know, the other...
support.
Something like that, yes. So you can't just spam your heavy stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, you can take that one heavy support unit, but you also have to have 4 troops to be able to do that.
It makes your army look more like an army should. It's not just all one thing.
That's how you sell more tactical Marines.
Yeah.
That's why they sold so high.
Because you needed them. I kind of like how Legion, and old 40K did it, where it's you have this many of this slot, you have this many of this slot, you have this many of this slot. You have some requirements, like you say, character and 2 troops, and then it caps out at like 6 troops and 3 or 4 support and 3 or 4 whatever other thing. But just kind of putting more of a cap on, just making there be a bit more rhyme to the reason. And I know that's what detachments do now, where it's you're using this detachment, it's incentivizing you to play this specific way. Because I assume it's basically the equivalent of, I forget, there was some different style of detachments, I believe, in 9th. It was kind of like, here's an armored detachment, and here's like a whatever.
Sure.
Now it's...
depending on the faction, too.
Yeah. Regardless of if they stick with detachments or they do like force organization, I want sub-faction rules back.
I'm a fan.
I feel like my Imperial Fists, regardless of where they're at or how they're being deployed, should have the Imperial Fist rule. Honestly, Xenos and Chaos have been hurt a lot more, though. Like, all the Necron dynasties used to have unique rules. They have cool nothing.
Stuff. Yep.
They don't even have, like... Marines now have the, like if you take an Imperial Fist character, you can't take an Ultramarines character.
Right.
They don't have that for Necrons. It's a grab bag. You take whatever you want. And I assume it's probably the same way with Chaos and all the other Xenos too. There is no sub-factions for those anymore.
I haven't looked at that. I didn't realize Necrons could just take whoever and whatever.
You're taking Emotech the Stormlord and Orican the Diviner and just a big grab bag, mushy pile of... You can take the Silent King and the Stormlord in the same detachment, despite the fact they're at war and like hate each other. And I can only assume...
Yeah, no, that's... Huh.
Yeah, there's no... Okay. They completely got rid of that except for Space Marines. And for Space Marines, it's just annoying. At least for Imperial Fists.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Jeez. So I don't play Space Marines anymore. I don't look at them. I don't think about them.
That was what I noticed when I started playing Necrons, it was like, oh, I could just take anything I want. There's no restrictions. I have access to every character simultaneously.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Necrons, I think Austin's really enjoying playing Necrons.
Yes.
He seems to really be into those, and painting them seems to be a lot easier for him. So
yeah, Necrons are they look good a lot easier than some of the others. I do enjoy a good painted Necron. But yeah, pretty much just honestly, just force organization, and I'm not fully satisfied with where it's at. It's not awful. It's fun.
There's something off though. It feels yeah. Okay. Do you want to go with a positive one, or do you want to keep going negative? Try to mix it up a little bit.
We did two. I think I have a 2-to-1 ratio, so we can do.
All right, let's do a positive one. Let's shift gears for just a second. I
am glad that 10th has trimmed down stratagems significantly.
Yes, they're not faction or chapter tactics specific anymore.
I had probably upwards of 50 to 70 stratagems at my fingertips last edition.
I've got those books, even the secondaries and all that. Like
it was base stratagems. There was a ton of core stratagems. You had your codex stratagems, which was also a ton for Space Marines. I also had access to all of the stratagems that Imperial Fists had in 8th edition. Wow. I had so many,
I remember I've got the Raven Guard deck of stratagem cards.
It's crazy.
It's thick.
I had to take like a 200 card sleeved box to play, and it's like, here's 3 different stratagems that only work on Reavers.
Yep.
Like that's how specific they were.
I think Jordan got one of the 9 card trading card 3-ring binder sleeve things, and just put like the 10 or 15 that she might actually use in a thing, and she didn't care about anything else when we went to Cherokee last.
I am so glad that they have trimmed that down and have built that utility into a lot of the characters. Like Reavers have those things built into their kit now.
Yeah.
Other things have that. So I was so relieved when I saw that that's what they're doing, because your units on the table having any flavor should not be built into a limited resource that is so scarce as like CP is. I mean, I know we have, I guess do we have more CP now or less in 10th? I feel like it's a little bit more, but they're spread.
I don't remember, man.
That was we have
2.5 years ago, Mark.
I think we have more. It's it's only like 25% more. It's not a lot.
Yeah.
But man, it's so much better to have.
And it's capped now.
Yeah.
It used to not be capped.
Yeah. Oh, so you could just have like a bunch of different additive things.
You take the loyal 32 Imperial Guard guys, and they could just sit there and just generate CP like crazy.
Interesting.
And I think they ended up capping it like halfway through 9th or something. But
there was a lot of pretty big changes in 9th. I remember armor piercing was a wild, Marines with their armor of contempt were basically just immune to armor piercing 1 meant nothing 90% of the time. Armor piercing 1 weapons? Nah. They don't matter. Marines just ignore it. That was why I went with auto bolt rifles, because it was there's no reason to take the normal ones. I get more shots, and armor piercing 1 does nothing.
I am a little sad that they changed all the war gear and the cost and the customization. Is that on your list?
Yes.
Okay. Let's hit that one.
Yeah. Weapon internal balance is really bad. I feel like I don't know how it is for your Genestealer cults, but if I have an ability to take a power fist, I put a power fist because it is just the best.
It's better than everything.
There's no reason to take a power sword. There's no reason to take a chain sword. There's no reason to take anything.
They kind of mitigated it with us a little bit, because the Acolyte guys, they split them into Acolytes with pistols that get the options for these weapons, and Acolytes with flamers that get these options, which are basically heavy mining tools or flamers.
Yeah.
So that kind of solved that for us.
The sheet.
But
if they want to do it that way, I would like to go back to weapon choices costing points. I think that granularity is needed. What I don't think we need, I'm happy with the half strength, full strength unit. I don't need 7 Space Marines.
Yes.
No one's bringing 7 Space Marines. You're bringing 5 or you're bringing 10.
What about the Death Guard?
Yeah, that one.
I think theirs are still like that, though, aren't they? They come in 7s or something?
They can go, they start at 7, they go to 10.
Yeah, because I think it's 7, 8, 9, 10. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
or
So
something.
Make more distinct sizes, which they have done basically with the. Yes, I like that.
And it's another little way to balance them too.
Yes, the fewer options, you don't need that. But give weapons some oomph, because there's always just a weapon that's better. At best, you have, here's one for killing elite things, here's one for killing less elite things. But there's all these different weapons that have just basically completely gone the way of the dodo just because, are you ever putting some of these,
I get free, mining lasers. Psh, we're running those.
Yeah, there's so many things that you will never, ever take because it is the same price to bring the better version. And that's so sad because there's so many really cool weapons. I get that they want to simplify stuff, but it's even if it just bumps the price up by a point a dude, if you, what you were saying with your Genestealers, if they want to have, here's this unit with whatever gun and a separate unit at a different price is this unit with the other gun.
Sure.
If they want to, I'd rather they didn't.
Sure.
But they did that with they did that with Lehman Russes. They've done that with all the Marine tanks.
So you take
there's 3 different Land Raiders that are all unique data sheets. Technically, they are the exact same stat line, the exact same.
Transport capacity is different on one of them.
Yes. All of them are different, actually.
Okay.
That may be incorrect.
Either way, but there are some differences.
They split Predators. Predators are 2 separate data sheets now. They weren't in 9th.
Really?
Yes. I know all of the Gladiators are different.
7
now.
of those.
All of the Storm Speeders are different. I don't think that's inherently bad, but here's the thing. They all have different abilities. They all have different weapons. They all have different costs.
Yep.
So
would you prefer more data sheets with more unique things or specific unit or specific weapon costs?
I think you could have a little bit of both. If you have abilities and it gains these abilities if it has this weapon and it costs this much.
Sure.
The only difference I think would be it seems like a weird way to get around the rule of 3 at the moment. I can take 9 Storm Speeders right now because there's 3 different data sheets.
That's a FAQ though. That's easy if that becomes an issue.
Yeah. And I think that's probably so stuff like Lehman Russ can still exist and have enough tanks to do the tank lists and stuff.
Looking at you, Steve.
and stuff like Marine tanks. But
Sure.
I think that's probably why they did that, just so you're not limited to just 3 of your main battle tank or something.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
But
I like it though.
Yes. I think I would rather go that way. The problem is that will then immediately bloat stuff majorly as far as it could double or triple. Do you really want witches with 3 different profiles at different
I think the way they do it's fine though, because it's 3 of them can take gladiatorial weapons and it's at least a different profile.
Okay.
And it's just all right, 3 girls get to hit a little stronger or a little harder or a little more AP. I'm okay with that, but it's it's not like one of them gets a chain Gatling gun or something,
right?
Compared to the others, But a Terminator squad, your one guy gets the missile launchers. Make that be 5 points or something. I don't know, depending on the whatever.
There should be a little bit, even if it's a little bit. Maybe everything doesn't need that, and that's fine.
Yep. But only the abused or frequent. I don't. That's a hard one.
It's one
How
of
do you
those,
know without tons of playtesting and without playtesting?
I don't think I've ever seen assault Terminators with lightning claws, because why wouldn't you take the storm shield and get an extra wound on all of them?
Yep.
For the same price.
Yep.
The lightning claws should be cheaper.
It's because lightning claws should have the shred rule. That 6s hit at AP, whatever. Ooh. Like Heresy used to do. But
yeah, so, and honestly, you saying that, maybe it could just be the technically weaker weapons can have better keywords.
Sure.
I think they have 1 extra attack.
Just go back to the whole Heresy rule set. Let's go back to 7th and just balance that. No, that's a terrible idea. Don't do that.
No, don't.
That's why I'm not a rules designer, Mark.
We're reverting to 2nd edition.
Or allowed to make decisions in the house. But it's fine. What else you got?
Lots of models have been cut this edition.
Pour one out for half the Drakari Codex.
Oh, man. So many models.
Granted, I think we'll see those again. But there were things when I was going through, like, oh, I gotta get ready. I was like, oh, well, he's no longer on the Codex. And I literally put all those models in like a gallon baggie and just kind of put them on a shelf. It's like, nope, we'll maybe see you again one day, boys.
So many. And it's not all at once even. It's like,
it's a slow.
I hate it. We can get into this later when we talk about the 11th wish list, but don't drip feed model removal. If you're going to do it, just do it.
My buddy,
I'm sure that's just so they can maybe get a couple more people to buy it before it goes away.
Wait till the stock's gone. Why wouldn't you? But me and Wesley went down to Huntsville to pick up one of his Tau commissions. He's like, oh, it's these guys. And they have these such cool Forge World rules, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, like the week prior, they had legend them. I was like, dude, you still play them. You just can't take them to a tournament. And he was going to go to Cherokee with me and Jordan and play because his Tau's fully painted and fully commissioned.
Yeah.
Until he had the realization that almost all of his army is Forge World. Therefore, almost his entire Tau army is legends. And it kind of broke the guy.
Understandably so. That's a tremendous amount of time, money, and effort to put into.
Well, he didn't build them or paint them, so it was cash.
Put in the effort for the money.
But he was playing with Death Guard. He's like, I just want to play my Tau. I was like, I'm sorry, man. Like, you bring them here and play them, but like,
yeah,
you can't take 1,200 points of Legends units.
There has been so much flavor loss from. And I get why they're doing it on some level, but man, it like, why can't you just let them sit there?
Nah, correct.
If you want them, like, and I think I understand the reasoning of, oh, if we're not going to produce them anymore, we don't want something that's out of production to have busted rules that we have to keep balanced. Just make them weaker. Like, they already kind of are.
Yeah.
Like, just make sure they're not something that people are, like, scrounging for. And let people play with their old stuff. Like, even if they want to bring it to tournaments.
What was the Tyranid model everybody had to have? The Dimacharon or something?
I think so. Was that the big melee?
That was the Forge World guy that everybody was trying to get their hands on it, and it just was not.
Poof. Right. At this point, though, why would you buy a Forge World model?
I certainly won't. Unless it's like a heresy thing or some, like a Necromunda upgrade kit or something. I'm not giving them a dime.
Every time I have thought about it, I have waited 3 months and it's gone. I really, really, really wanted the Necron Tomb Sentinels.
I wish I had known.
The centipede things. I found proxies for them and didn't pull the trigger on them, but it's like, I'm not paying you several $100s for a model you're going to retire next week when you release the codex. So I know they won't. But I wish they would.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you.
It's a shame too, especially for some of the smaller model ranges that don't really have a lot of fat to trim. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, man.
Oh, you like Homunculus Coven? And they're gone.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
You have a good one for us?
Yes.
Or positive one, I should say. Not a good one.
I'm glad we have like some consistent keywords now.
I'm glad. You know, they made this big thing. Oh, we're bringing back the keywords.
Yeah.
And then they use like 5.
Yes, but there's so much. It's so much better than 9th still. They could do a lot better.
I wanted
still.
true universal special rules.
Yes, like Legion.
Not yet.
Where it's
like Heresy.
Oh yeah, where it's this unit has that and that's what that
Balance
does.
It with the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be so much better. Like
flavorful for sure.
Yeah, but it's the stat line is what makes it flavorful, and the combination of universal keywords. And I'm sure big powerful units have stuff that's not on anything else, and that's fine.
Yep. Look at the Primarchs. I mean, they have, I don't know.
Whatever they have.
Yeah.
But I mean,
big things.
They kind of already, and it's, you saying that kind of reminded me, there's something in every army with sticky. But there's no consistent name for what it's called.
Sticky.
Yeah.
Just call it Sticky Games Workshop.
Yep.
Congratulations. I saved you a lot of referencing.
It's just like, man, we're so close.
Rules designer.
We're so close. But then, no, we're not. It's just, it's better. It's a lot better. It is a step in the right direction. We need another like half marathon sprint in that direction. I feel like just to
close.
Close. I mean, it's purely a quality of life thing too. The nomenclature is already exactly the same. Just call it something that's the same.
Universal special rules.
Yeah,
it's almost like they've done a system and still have multiple games with that same active system,
and then forgot.
Do it.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's
I don't know.
Whack.
Anyways, what else you got? Back to slightly negative.
Yes. I have decided after much deliberation, I'm pretty sure I hate random secondaries.
Like the drawing of the cards.
There have been so many times it is not fun for me, and I'm sure there's some people that think it's fun to be at the mercy of apparently my commander is drunk and just can't remember what order. There's no, I get that, battle is an ever-changing thing, and I'm sure, fog of war or whatever. I should know what I'm trying to do going into it.
Yeah.
The you killing my guys in a way I wasn't expecting. That is the fog of war, not, hey, you guys need to send like a squad over there to go sit in the corner of this building and like twiddle your thumbs because
everybody to the corners now.
Yeah.
I get it.
They already have Age of Sigmar where you pick what you're going for. Well, and put the agency back in the hands of the person that's running the army.
I think if we look at AOS version 4, is that what just came out?
I think so, yes.
I think we're going to see a lot of things from that.
I hope.
And that's usually how they do it. It's always a test bed for the other system.
Yeah.
So I think we're either going to see a more Age of Sigmarified version of 40K.
Yes.
Or there's that like 6.2% chance that they're like, let's go back to some of the heresy stuff we tried. Because they tried some very interesting things.
Tokens.
There were a lot of tokens, and there was a lot of, they did something, I can't think of what it was. And it almost was like, I wonder if that's what they were going to try to, know?
Mm-hmm. This is probably not going to be some people's cup of tea. I think it's freaking stupid we don't already have tokens. Because there's already things I use tokens for.
Or dice. Many dice to mark things.
Just like Heresy's just more honest about it. It's like, hey, we know you're going to need these things. There's already stuff I need them for. I just have to provide them. Like if you build it more intentionally and more deliberately, you can make it so much smoother and easier. And it is less needless mental tax.
I considered for Jordan and Cherokee printing her a set of those tokens you find online where it's like -1 hit, +1 hit or whatever. And just you flip it and it's, oh, cool. And just to help her on the table.
Why on earth is that not in, like, that's in Warcry. That's in Heresy now.
I think the pure scale of having to get those out or release that. It's like, dude, that's a tough one, I think. Like,
just be a punch board.
Yeah, but the cost to do punch board times $1 million, whatever, it's like, what's their,
I mean,
how much more does the starter set go up if there's punch board stuff included?
Well, I'm sure Games Workshop will slap an extra $50 on it, but I know my Legion, I have a giant sack full of extra cardboard that I will never use because I don't need.
Best part about buying gold starter boxes.
200,000 tokens.
Or I can go burr with the printers and I make my own.
But like, I appreciate that there's like, I mean, even if they do them the way they did Heresy, where it's here's plastic.
Yep. Which is nice.
Give me something to mark on there. It's not hard.
Or build the game around that.
It already has like dipping its toe into it, but just enough to be really annoying.
I think we'll see it with the next edition.
I hope so.
Because like I said, Age of Sigmar they did some very interesting things with that edition.
Yeah.
The brief month and a half we played it.
It's at least 2 months.
I swear my phone's on silent. I don't know what is going on. I see the red like slash.
The machine spirits is angry.
I need a new phone. Not as bad as you needed a new phone, but I need a new phone. All right. What else?
I remembered something, and it's not something that ever affected me because I never used it in 9th, but the poor people that have armies that care about the psychic phase. You poor people.
What is this psychic phase you speak of? I never used the psychic phase unless I was playing my wife's Eldar.
I literally never used it. I don't have a
Drakari and Genestealer Cults, brother.
give back something. Like,
Make it a phase, even if it's non-interactive. Like, do something.
Age of Sigmar spells.
Yes,
There's no reason you can't have that same do, and then honestly, if you want to, that's you can print more money, Games Workshop, if you make like psychic manifestations.
Make psychic great again.
I mean, yeah, just like here's a wall of lightning, here's fire, here's whatever Tyranid Shadow in the Warp thing you want to. Yeah, like,
jeez, that would be great.
It's.
I take that back. I have one Genestealer guy, the Biologist. No,
Biophagist?
The Benefictus. The Benefictus has the big brain.
Oh yeah,
and he's got like the mind laser cannon thing. That's what it is. D3 shots if I go hazardous. But no. but yeah, I would love to see a true psychic phase.
Even again, if it's not like even manifestations is more of a meme to suggest they could. But just here's just the way they do spells in Age of Sigmar. Here's his like 3 things he can do. You can do them. They don't even need a psychic phase. Just put on the power when you use it.
I think some of the models kind of have that. Like the Primarch equivalent models have like you could do this or this or this every turn.
Yes.
But make that more integrate. Do more of that instead of you add a Psyker to an Intercessor unit. Suddenly they have a 4+
invuln.
Or like the 4+ against mortals or something. Like I can see, or feel no pain. Gives them feel no pain.
Psychic attacks now are just guns.
Yep.
It's psychic is now a purely negative keyword.
Yeah.
There is
all you do is get anti-psyker against it.
Yep.
Like
There's no benefit to it. Like there's so many things you could do. Like poor Grey Knights. Holy moly. I feel so bad for anyone playing Grey Knights. That has to just be the most
so does
disappointing and depressing.
They put out a Start Collecting with models that were legends and then brought them back. I
can't believe in 2025 we're putting box knots in combat patrols.
I gotta clear that stock, man.
That's disgusting. I love me a box knot, but that's dirty.
So, I got a few things left. Where you still got positive? You got negative?
I have a positive.
Okay, let's end your list on a positive.
I want some more, and they started adding these at I guess recently, asymmetrical stuff.
It's in the mission deck.
Yes,
but I haven't played any.
I just 40K. Like none of the battles that I have ever read about have been in any way, shape, or form vaguely symmetrical. It's we're holding this point, we're gonna die, we're completely surrounded, or we're invading. Like it's ambushes, it's last stands, it's all this, and somehow it has been turned into paintball matches. Like have it where I have guys on both sides of me. Have it to where I'm being ambushed. Have it to where, like, just make it asymmetrical. I'm glad they're doing it now.
Yeah. Well, we have bunker missions, but they're not the official missions.
That's kind of the problem. If you want to have, I'm perfectly fine if you want to have the balance, like here's, whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
But also, and to their credit, they've done this as far as I understand, put the asymmetrical missions in the deck and just have it to where, like Warcry, they had like a little symbol in the corner of all the cards, whether or not it was considered a balanced deployment or balanced mission. Yeah. So here's all the cards from the deck that, well, we're going to a tournament or whatever, just chuck all those out. But it lets the stuff stay if you want to play something really cool. Like, that should be a part of it. Like,
yeah, I like that.
Just honestly, stuff that's a bit more engaging. I feel like even with new players, like here's this really cool scenario. You only have a few guys because you're just building up your list. Why don't we have this really cool like last stand or like this Hail Mary heroic thing that's like really thematic? Like I feel like that is easier to lean into just throwing an extra couple cards into the deck.
Right.
And again, even if you don't intend them to be used for tournaments, just throw an extra couple. I know you have the card stock, Games Workshop. You made all those unit cards and they were out for 30 days and then were immediately invalidated. Like
Tyranid players. I bought the Genestealer ones.
I bought the Tyranid ones. I bought the Tyrannid ones.
First codex out the gate.
And then they were all wrong. I was upset.
Anyways.
But I like that they're doing that, and I would like them to lean into doing that more, because I think that's, you can have both. You can appeal to the tournament players, and you can appeal to the casual players, and you can put it in the same deck.
I mean, yeah, like you said, I feel like they were a little closer with this latest chapter.
Oh yeah,
approved.
no, I think this is the right direction as far as at least having asymmetrical deployments. I can't speak for the missions and stuff, but just looking at the pictures of, this is a bit more interesting than symmetrical.
I like it.
I like both. I think option, giving the players choice is, I don't think, ever a bad thing.
No, and I think we've discussed that quite a bit.
Yeah,
so over the episodes.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Anything else?
I think for the most part, that's my thoughts on 10th, at least.
Sure.
Yeah, just, I think I mentioned it briefly. Just please give the other factions back their flavor. Like the different Eldar things. They should have all, what are they? Craft worlds. The craft world should have flavor.
Like that, chapter tactics or something.
Yep. Just something. Like because I think I had started writing this down. I was like, oh, wait, technically Marines have those new unique detachments.
And I had forgotten about it until we started talking.
I forgot about them because mine sucks.
Raven Guard's good, apparently. Of course, after everything's sold.
But so, yeah, this is, I'm going to bat for all the filthy Xenus and gross little heretics.
We appreciate that. That's kind of all I play. So
these are just choices. So what else do you have for 10?
You know, back to the terrain, the footprints. I understand why, but I truly hate it. And having to explain that to new players is just the worst.
Footprints make sense when it's a forest. And it's something you like, I am technically removing the terrain. Like this is the boundary of the forest.
Yep.
Legion does it really well. Like this is heavy terrain.
Folded up hand towel.
Yeah.
That's your river.
It's the footprint is fine if the footprint is meant to represent like a cohesive thing.
Yeah.
And whatever terrain in there, you just shift around as your dudes go through it. Footprints are not good, in my opinion, for ruins where just the footprint's just some arbitrary, it just ejects out into space. And for some reason, I can have my toe behind this neoprene square and I get a cover
like
save.
that.
I mean, it's like, man, I know I made the comment a long time before, but we could actually go to 2D terrain and the game would not be any different.
No, I don't. I mean,
you could have a piece of paper with a Sharpie L.
There is no benefit for going up.
No. Well,
plunging fire, but when was the last time you legitimately used that?
Reavers.
Okay, one time. But it's one of you're right though. You could literally just play with like squares or pieces of paper cut out.
It would be easier because you would not be losing guys behind stuff. Like genuinely graph paper.
And I wonder. I don't know. I'm not going to wonder. Anyways.
You don't wonder.
Let's do a little bit of wish listing.
Okay. I have a big one.
Oh.
I don't know.
Better terrain. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I couldn't help it.
No. Alternating activations.
Oh, yes.
Like Age of Sigmar is doing it.
Literally everything else is doing it. After playing Warpath, I really kind of like that system.
It's so much more. Everything does it.
Interactive.
Yeah, like, I mean,
I'm not standing there for 30 minutes while you decide where to move or, debate your shooting or whatever. It's
back and forth. There's so much more, to me, there's so many more interesting choices when it's a full reactionary game. To me, the fun of this type of game, and I think if I've got it backwards, correct me. Tactics is the second to second, moment to moment changes. Strategy is like the big battle plan.
I could not tell you, sir. Sure.
Let's pretend I'm correct. Yeah. If that's the case, tactics to me is so much more interesting than strategy. I love the moment to moment puzzle of, oh, you just moved there and that completely ruined everything I want to do. And now I have to put my noggin to it and figure out what I need to do and to respond to that.
How do I do with this?
It's like a dance.
Yep.
It's like, going back and forth and it's like, momentum swings and stuff. Just adding more reactionary stuff to me is so much more interesting.
Well,
and
in in Warpath,
yeah,
it was we roll for initiative for movement.
Yep.
And then we do our movement.
Yep.
And then we roll for initiative for like the combat phase, right?
It's one initiative at the beginning, but
Oh, okay. But still, and you know, all the movement, then we do all the combat, then we go back and kind of reset the round, and it's turn 2. And that, I really liked that.
oh,
Your eyes got big.
yeah, because I just remembered one thing I really, really, really liked about Warpath, among, lots of things I really, really like about Warpath. Shooting and fighting on the same phase.
Kind of nice.
Yeah.
You don't get both.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, because you have to use you have to end.
You have to end in base to base
Yes.
to be able to attack something. Oh, yeah. Can we stop this like 2 or 3 inches out crap? Please.
Yeah. We had that issue. What was it? With Geoff. I think I forgot to talk about my games played.
You did.
It's fine. Geoff and I played a game. But it was one of those like, dude, it's like, 1.1 inches, get them in. Like, I want to do combat.
Yes.
Like, whatever.
Yeah, but alternating activations and then side tangent maybe make combat a phase.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to run, you're going to run. You're, it adds more to the dance, I feel like. And, at least alternating activations, please. Oh my goodness. You already have this in some of your games. You know that it works.
Well, and I've read, I think we talked about this last time, or maybe it was Geoff, but people have gone and taken like the kill team kind of rules and expanded that to 40K, and they seem to be really happy with it.
Just with like alternating units.
From an alternating, like, all right, you get to activate a unit, then I get to activate a unit.
It's almost like that prevents, and the thing is, I feel like it will make their job easier too, because there's so many things that have to be balanced through the lens of your entire army gets to go before they get to do anything.
Yes.
That makes turn 1 alpha strikes so much more.
Yeah. Well, it's either I have to get out and get into something and hide, or I have to stay in my deployment zone and just hide in case you get top of first turn.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah. I never liked that in 9th, where it's like, I hate going first because I'm just going to sit here and hide because I don't want to get shot off the board. So, yes, please, just make it alternating activations. It's you've had since the 80s. It's been fun. It's nice to advance.
When you do it with almost every game. Yeah. Like, come on. What about, we have Tabletop Battles. It does a pretty good job. We're paying a subscription, right? Generally.
Yeah.
Why not have a Tabletop Battles-esque app inside of that? That could integrate with their stuff. Like, wouldn't
like
that be
Tabletop Simulator or whatever?
Not even just on my phone. Like, I want to be able to score it in the same app where my army is.
Oh, you mean like a game tracker?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a game tracker in the GW
why on
app.
earth is that not part of the?
I'm paying for it.
Yeah, me too. I never thought about that.
If Goonhammer can bang out an app and just completely nail it, like 0.5 edition, come on, Games Workshop. Hire those guys.
Yeah.
Like, how hard can it be?
Give them your favorite red pill, blue pill choice of cease and desist or work for us. And
it's like in Iron Man, Obadiah's like, if Tony Stark can build this in a cave
with a box of scraps.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm not Goonhammer, sir.
But yeah, it's like, come on, man, you just
have
massive
the resources,
company, all the money, and like these just random guy. And honestly, ChatGPT made a scoring app for me that probably would rival anything that GW could put out in the first 10 tries. So
it's really, that's like the easiest part. Here's the deck. You're already paying for a subscription for it. You should have the deck in there.
3 prompts, and I had a Python app that scored the game for me.
That's
with an OBS overlay.
That's amazing and hilarious and really sad that that's not something they have.
And my favorite part, ChatGPT, when you pay for it, gets a little snippy.
Sure.
And it was like, we're going to build you the 40K app you wish the edition shipped with. And I was just like, it's good. It knows, like I was blown away that it even knew the context of like, we need this. Please make it work.
That's amazing.
I was laughing at my desk and my coworkers just, they ignore me at this point. It's fine. All right. What do you got?
I mean, weapons need to cost points again.
As discussed.
Yep.
Yep.
So bring that back. Bring back sub-faction flavor. Bring back some level of asymmetry into just like normal play. But, the things we've discussed. I do think they need to rip off the Band-Aid of like, and I don't think they will, like I said, but I want them to. Everything that's getting Legends this edition, day one.
Please. That was awful.
If people want to play with Legends and they want to go out and buy it, fine. But I feel like it's incredibly disingenuous to hold out until 3/4 the way through and then bop.
Well, and I got a kid, man. If he's like, "Oh, yeah, this is a cool model," and it's like, "Well, it's Forge World." Like, "Oh, buddy, like
there was even stuff that wasn't like just." And there's some man when the Necron Codex dropped. I was actually quite disappointed when it dropped. What are they called? War Scythes for the Lich-Guard are not good enough to make up for the fact that they don't have the shields.
But if you made the shields and the swords cost points,
Yes, but Orican the Diviner gives his whole unit the same ability as the shields. And then they announced they're releasing a new version of him with around the same time as the Codex drops. My buddy, who has been playing Necrons since he's been playing the game and has a wonderfully painted Necron army and was genuinely one of the most fun, if not the most fun person I played in 9th, bought 2 or 3 extra boxes of Lich-Guard.
Oh no.
To build them with War Scythes so they could go with the new Orican, who he also bought. Mm-hmm. And then they removed his ability to lead.
Join the unit.
Yeah. So you just never take those. Yeah. And it's one of those like, don't do that. There's zero reason to do that. It wasn't breaking the game before the Codex. It's not going to break it afterwards. It's one niche combo that gives that thing a reason to exist. Just rip off the Band-Aid.
There was a lot of that. But no, I completely... And if you're going to get rid of Tactical Marines, take them out of the game now.
And dude, Vindicators, like, I don't want them to go. I don't really want to paint them either.
Because like Vindicator?
The best. Oh. But like Predators, I sold my Predator actually. That was one of the things. Because it's like,
I don't blame you.
I love the way they look. I have the really cool, definitely not alternatively sourced extra up armor plates for the Predators. I've built one and magnetized one. I sold the other 2 because if they don't go away immediately, it will be right afterwards, and I don't even want to waste the 2 hours to build them.
Whatever. Yeah, no, I'm the same way.
Like,
and that's why I put all the stuff, the Court of the Archon. I was like, oh man, too bad in the baggie in the shelf or on the shelf.
This game already changes every 3 years, which is absurd to think about in comparison to anything else.
Okay,
the least courtesy that could be shown is letting people know ahead of time. You have these for this edition in Legends. They're here for 3 more years. Buy them if you want. Just please be upfront with that. There's no reason not to.
Final sale date is January 30th, 2026. Like, if you're going to buy it before then. We will we'll honor the sales, blah, blah, blah.
Well, even if they want to continue production, just this will only have rules through the end of this edition. But just let people know. Let them make an informed purchase. And that would win you so much more customer trust and satisfaction. Like, if I knew, I still might buy another thing if I know I can use it for 3 years.
Yeah.
That just...
Or give it a shelf life, or give it... even with Kill Team, they're kind of doing that, right? They're rotating stuff out after...
They did it with Age of Sigmar. They did when they shuffled all those armies out, as much as that sucked, they said... Here's the deadline for these after that. Yeah.
Like, you're losing a third of your codex, but you have a year and a half to play them.
Just be upfront with what you're doing.
So why do they treat 40K differently?
I don't know. I assume it's different people working on it, because I know it's like different sculptors and different...
Still, it's the same marketing team. It's the same. Like, they have to have a meeting, right?
It should be the same process. That's honestly one of the things I would sincerely ask that they do, is just make their approach to their customer base and their games consistent between games, because it's really it's one thing of like, oh, Mantic's treating us differently, or Atomic Mass is treating us differently. It's another, hey, you guys 2 cubicles over are treating us differently, and it feels bad.
No, it's like the redheaded stepchild department.
But it's 40K, which shouldn't be the redheaded stepchild department. But yeah, just yeah.
I love it. I think we covered most of my wish list in the kind of like rant about 10th edition segment.
I have more.
Let's go. Rants or wish lists?
Wish list.
Okay.
Wish list rant. They're not mutually exclusive.
Fair enough.
Make vehicles tougher. I don't want to.
But they did that this edition, Mark.
We need to have a cutoff.
Higher toughness or more wounds?
We need to have a cutoff on what can damage what. The fact that I was able to drown a Lehman Russ in Hormagaunts and kill a tank.
Now, the idea of that is kind of cool, though.
It was funny.
Back in my day, Necron Scarabs just glanced vehicles to death. And like a unit of those was like, oh, crap, I got to kill it before I can touch my Rhino.
But then it should have a weapon that could do that, right? Like if there's something meant to disassemble that.
You.
But it's like Heresy does it, and it feels so much better. Bolters do jack diddly against a tank.
Cannot hurt a tank.
It should not be something to where we reach this threshold of a 6 will wound it regardless.
You know, I remember when we switched to this kind of system, and they were like, yeah, like bolters can hurt a Land Raider, but it's like 1,027 shots to kill one. It's like, yeah, but that's not counting any buffs. You give it an extra AP, you give it a +1 to wound, and suddenly like, oh, it takes 42.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like with, their vehicles need to have a bit more oomph, I think, as far as...
Just a little.
I say as someone who doesn't like vehicles. I like infantry. I play with infantry. I
run a lot of vehicles on my GSC list. I kind of like them now.
I like some. I like dreadnoughts. I like vindicators. I like the occasional land raider or a repulsor executioner. I'm not a mass mobilization of all my Space Marine vehicles. It's kind of the vehicles are there to facilitate the amount of infantry I have.
Not a dreadhead, huh?
Not quite. I would be a dreadhead with a bunch of dreadnoughts, but it's like
run the 12 dreadnought list.
I want to.
Bad. Space Wolves can do it.
Yeah, well, you know what I think of them.
Yes.
But yeah, no, make it just have it to where the big stuff's a little bit, you can't just chip it.
Sure.
Like,
no. So it sounds like you want 11th to be Heresy.
Well, when you put it like that, ye kind of.
I'm telling you, man, go back to 7th. Refresh. That was that. Maybe it's rose tinted nostalgia glasses, but like, I feel like that was a great time to play.
I'm fine with it being simpler and more streamlined, but there are some basic building blocks that I feel like at this point in hindsight, with the reference of what Heresy is like, that should not have been dropped. And that suddenly also explains why so many people despised 8th when it came out as much as they did. Because if we went from, I
only played like 10 games that whole edition.
Yeah, I can see why people would dislike it if it was as big of a jump as I feel like it is. Like, I hope that 11th, and isn't that usually the case? The odd numbered ones are kind
generally, and that's actually a hot take question I was going to ask you later.
We can go for it now.
All right. Do you want to reindex the entire game, or do you want everybody to keep their codexes with tweaked rules, potentially game-breaking things?
What does keeping their codex look like at this point, though, when everything's so different from what the codex actually has? Like, my codex is... What does my codex have?
But do you want to go back to like not really having attachments, not really having and everything's just super kind of
gotcha.
I mean, you could flip through the 8th edition books. I've still got the index books. I just can't bring myself to throw those away. And I was looking at Black Friday sales, and somebody's like, "Oh, I got all this Games Workshop stuff," and they were literally trying to sell the 8th edition index books for like $6. I was like, "Who's buying that crap?" But I digress.
I mean, somebody wants something to read, I guess.
There's nothing to read. It's just stats. It's like, here's the Xenos book. Here's the Imperial book. Here's the, whatever book.
I guess if someone has a group that plays the old editions, but yeah, other than that, it's like I guess
the 8th edition codex. Like I just
you use it for to start fires for your fire pit.
That's not a bad idea. Friday night's looking like a whiskey and fire kind of night. If it's
Whiskey
not
and 8th edition supplement kind of night.
I don't trust the ink.
Give you some Nurgle plague.
I'd like to see them keep the codexes just to not throw the entire edition into chaos. Because when 10th dropped, all things were balanced for the most part. A couple of broken things, and then like the first Tyranid book came out.
Yeah. Tyranids first.
And it's like, oh man, those guys are great. Nobody can deal with Tyranids because they're on a very different playing field. And then Space Marines came out. Space Marines could deal with them. And then everybody else was like, oh no, there's, it's Space Marines and Tyranids in the corner just beating the snot out of everybody. And everybody else was like, no. And then like the next book dropped. And it was like, oh crap. And like there was such a power difference. And
we started getting the bad ones. Poor Adeptus.
And that's when we realized there was an A team and a B team for the codexes. And I was like, oh no, please don't be the A team. Or please don't be the B team. Like, please get a good one. Please get a good one. And that's why they don't put names on codexes anymore.
They don't want
to be writers that got death threats. Poor Matt Ward.
Really?
Yep. Because he loved the Eldar and he'd make them so OP in like 6th, 7th, 8th edition. Mm-hmm. And he'd write like a different book for like Space Wolves and they would just suck. Mm. And like the poor guy got death threats and like quit Games Workshop because he was a full-time writer. Now he's a like a consultant for them.
Oh, wow.
So he's still writing, but it's just, and that's why they don't put names on anything. Nobody gets a writing credit.
I wondered why. I assumed.
Yeah, I've got all codexes reasons, like written by whoever,
Watching Snipe and Web, they go over. It's like, oh, here's like the credits for this book or whatever. It's like,
yeah, you don't get that no more.
I suppose death threats is a somewhat legitimate reason.
Kind of a big deal. Mm. And this was like a decade ago, so it's not just like an everyday thing on Twitter.
Yeah. I have it's a bit of a, I don't think they'll do it, but I would love it if they did.
Oh, go on.
Just go full digital.
Oh, Mark,
we're already digital.
I still have my 7th edition Warhammer Fantasy army books on my iPad when I could buy them as a book in the Apple store.
Yeah.
And they're amazing. You can click a rule and it pulls up the rule. Turn the page and oh, there's that. And you click this and it pops it up and it pulls up the charts and it does all the things.
Yeah.
And it just works.
Here's the thing. Let me repeat, the only reason I buy and have bought the codexes this edition is to use them in the app.
Oh.
Because everything's in the app. Like, I wish they would acknowledge, and they have with Warcry and a couple of their other games, things are in flux enough and new stuff is added often enough and things are tweaked often enough that basically you're consulting digital rules 90% of the time anyways.
I buy the codexes and I still go to Wahapedia just because it's laid out better and I can quickly get what I need.
The only reason to have physical codexes is for lore, for the people who want that, and for paint schemes, and for just, it should just be an optional book, the physical one, if you want it.
Yeah. Well, and is it Infinity? All their rules are digital and online for free. You buy the books for the lore and the campaign stuff.
It's the thing, even if they want to charge for the PDFs, which I still think is hilarious.
$5 off.
Even if they just make them the same price, as absurd as that sounds for a $60 PDF, that by the way is not worth it.
Nope.
But just there's so much wasted production on them. Like the thing is, by the time the codexes come out,
there's an FAQ the next weekend.
They're already, it's like, I don't know exactly how they did it, but every time a codex comes out, it feels like this was made for a year ago kind of thing.
Because that's when it was written.
Right. Which they don't have to waste all that money on making the books, printing the books, binding the books, shipping the books. You can just completely make it digital. The only reason they did it for Warcry, and I love them for doing it, is because the the boat just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Like I think it was during COVID, and they could not get the boats from China. So here's PDFs for all the rules.
Well,
free.
now, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Charge for the things, but
give that Wahapedia dude like $200,000 and like let him retire.
Like, there's no reason that it shouldn't just be digital, full digital. Make people pay for the rules if you want to be that kind of person, whatever. But just let's not pretend that these physical books are anything more than a paperweight. Like it's got some pretty pictures and it's got a nice hardcover, and that is the only utility it has outside of the QR code at the back of the book.
We bought the Eldar book, got the QR code, haven't opened it since.
Yeah, like why bother?
Yeah, I don't.
It's
I don't
wrong. The information's incorrect. Why bother? Yep. It is a waste of time, and you are learning stuff that is incorrect. The points values are wrong. Like, you might as well go through there with a Sharpie day one and just white out all the, like, just please.
You're not wrong,
please. It'll save you money. It'll save you headaches. People will complain at you less. I promise. It's worth it. I have one more thing.
Oh, by all means.
And I know they won't do it, but I just want to say it out loud in case they do. I know they will never do it.
Mark is calling his shot right now. I'm going to call him back out in 6 months.
No, you won't. I want him to bring back scatter dice for indirect shots.
So, Mark, what I understand is that you want to play Heresy with the Xenos included.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you want universal special rules like I do. Mm-hmm. You want scatter dice. Mm-hmm. You want tougher vehicles that bolters can't hit. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Why don't you just play Heresy, buddy?
Because no one else is okay with Marine on Marine. It's the why do you keep putting, and I know why. Why.
Yeah.
But they keep putting all the good rules in games that are not 40K. They're engines.
I think the fan-made Orc Codex is out now. We might be able to manhandle Jonathan into this.
I just don't want to have to learn another thing.
See, that's the thing. I could forgive 40K. I've said it many times. If I could get Necromunda and I could get Heresy going, I'd sell every 40K army I own.
Yes, but...
Well, it helps when I don't have a game store to go to.
Yeah, I know you won't, but I would be so happy if they brought back scatter, like just for indirect artillery that everyone already hates. Just make it fun. Just artillery.
But again, those darn
you don't have to do that necessarily.
Tournament players.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the pie plates.
Arguments. Oh, I love the pie plates. Give me that apocalyptic, like 36-inch blast template. Like, let's go. Shoot that across the room. Boom. But it's the tournament players and determining exactly and what's under it and what's not. Like, the arguments that I've witnessed, it's just not worth it.
I have heard that, and I don't know why that's any more contentious than how many of my guys are in range of how many of your guys.
Yeah.
I understand and have heard consistently that there's arguments over it.
Yeah. Well, even
skill issue. No.
Like with Geoff, it's like, oh, cool, I got 12-inch flamers. Like, only, tape measure kind of over them. Yeah, 6, maybe 7, but I'll just shoot 6. I don't want to cheat you. And that was it.
It's just, I feel like it is an excuse to remove an air quotes problem that is an aspect of every other part of the game.
Flamer templates. Or hear me out. Maybe not Necromunda, or maybe not Heresy. Maybe you need to play Necromunda more.
It was Blood Bowl-ish, which I liked Blood Bowl, and then with some. That is my Games Workshop. I would give you a kiss on the cheek, James, if you bring back my beloved.
Bring back 7th edition.
Die.
Give us Heresy with Xenos.
Bring back armor facings.
What about firing arcs? Do you want to just go all the way in here, or
no? See, I was like, we can get rid of those. It's stupid, but we can. I will accept those, but I just want to roll the die and watch my artillery hit my own guys. Please, it's funny.
There's a way to do that, Mark. I'm just saying. All right. Well, before we wrap this up,
yes.
Any last thoughts, comments?
I'm ready for 11th to be here.
I kind of am too. And I feel like I'm where I was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
9th edition was starting to wrap up.
Yep.
It's like, man, I could go to these events and I was supposed to go this Saturday to Cleveland and play. I ended up not going. I was supposed to go in another 2 weeks to go somewhere, and it was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna let this roll.
That was one more thing I want from 11th edition that I know for a fact they're not going to do. Make it a 5-year edition. Go back to a 5-year edition. There is no...
I've said living edition, but then they can't print the books. But if we go all digital,
hence
go not limited edition. Go living. They already do limited edition.
Yeah.
Go living edition.
Genuinely, there is no reason why 40K should not be a living game with full digital rules. I would so much rather... Yeah. Like, here's the thing. If the rules are digital and they're cheaper, people will buy more models.
Yeah. If I didn't have to spend $60 on a codex when something new comes out, I'd probably buy another kit.
Or that's how you get people to buy another army. Because you get them, oh, I can read the rules. Oh, that looks exciting. Oh, look, now I have...
Wait, you don't already do that?
I have resisted the temptation. Okay. Get behind me, Satan. You know.
Oh, man. That's how you have this problem, Mark.
Why do you think I have like 15 Warcry warbands?
No.
I can see all of the rules and see, oh, look, that's cool. Because I'm not spending $60 every...
That's how I ended up with Genestealers, man.
Just please. I know you won't, but please consider it.
So I think that wraps up our main topic.
Yes.
So this has been episode 21. I'm Kurt.
I'm Mark.
And we'll talk to you next time.
See ya.